My wonderful dear community, a very lovely hello to all of you. Everyone here for a new love oracle, a new love tarot. And today we're going to take a look at your soulmate, your darling, your desired partner. Will he or she enter into a committed relationship with you again? That's the most frequently asked question. And I believe we haven't had that in the collective for a long time. And I actually read them again in the comments. And you know, I'm always happy to take questions from the comments for a collective reading. Feel free to write suggestions from the heart anytime. And we're going to take a look at that today. It doesn't matter if you've been in a relationship with him before, or if it was just the getting to know phase, or maybe you haven't met anyone at all. Neither the person you were once in a relationship with, nor the fact that you've met someone. So this is what's coming your way. And it could really be that one or another statement or situation you find yourself in with the other person might remind you of this reading here. You say, wait a moment, that sounds familiar. Then that's practically a harbinger for you. A hint. You know, tarot cards always serve as signposts for us. So, and now I would say, let's get started right away. You know, we are in a collective, and the person cards are gender neutral, so a collective reading can't apply to everyone, but you always take away exactly what resonates with you and adapt it for your situation. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here, for all your warmth in the comments, your togetherness, and what you always give me so wonderfully, every day anew. Thank you for that. But now let's go. We're going to take a look at your heart's person, your desired partner. Will he enter into a relationship with you again? And we're going to see what the cards show us. And of course, we will also naturally and thoroughly look at the time trend as well. And, you know, I always like to add, it's collective, and time is always fluid. But these are time indications. And of course, we will take a look at that too. But now we want to know first if he or she will enter into a committed partnership with you. A committed relationship, or again, a stable knight, will enter into a life partnership with you. We have the clover. The clover is starting off really well. And where he is right now, it's like the little happiness. Something is bothering, something is going on with this energy. Like happy coincidence? Something is going on inside him or her that is still hidden. What? Yes. Maybe it's a good time for him to take advantage of something. Something here has to do with time. But we are here in a positive energy. In terms of the connection, we already have some activity now. And activity means with the anchor that something is coming into stability here. Something is still out of balance here. And it has something to do with stability, with firmness, and something is going deep within him or her, going deep. And they are working on it. Something is occupying their mind, and something is at work within him or her. But also a topic like this, that somehow, some kind of dependency, something is bothering him. As I said, it couldn't be clearer. So this is about connection. It's very, very intense. Something is occupying his or her mind. All right, now let's see if it's maybe the relationship they're currently in, or if this is about you. What exactly is still being shown? I can't tell you anything completely specific about this yet, but what I really find quite good is that he or she is really occupied with a partnership, a relationship, right? This perfection, and that's just this little bit right now. That's not the completion yet. But something is happening here in the activity And this is about some kind of dependency, so he can't let go of something either. And maybe I didn't always want to commit myself to that. Maybe now there's movement in that a relationship, a connection is occupying them, that the circle is closing because something here is not complete. He is definitely going around in circles. It's definitely very clearly about connections. But here it's also about something being completed, rounded off. He can't let go, can't let go, can't let go when it comes to a connection. Let's take a closer look at what's definitely going on, because basically, we're in your energy. This is about you. And I would like to lay that down here. Let's see, it's getting really exciting now. What else we have here? We've seen that one before. So something is really going deep here. What I mentioned earlier, the connection, such a union, feelings, and something is being kept secret here. Maybe he has always kept it from you, that he's actually involved in a relationship. But there's something here that remains a secret, something that's within him. In every reading, we always see what's going on inside the person, what occupies them, what's really happening, what they don't want to say, what holds them back or blocks them in each individual reading, especially in personal readings. But it's like this because we have something quick here, so something has happened here. So we've seen this energy before. So there is nothing here that is resting where nothing at all is happening, because I always have speed, we have movement, we have speed. It is now really like that. What took time is now moving, and somehow it is going quickly, right? Maybe he kept pushing something away and suddenly boom, bang. What a bang. Let's take a look, right? Okay, so as I said, something is going deep for him or her, and it's about his deepest inner self. Something is touching him. And it has always maybe been a theme for him, the material aspect. That's always been the focus, that he keeps focusing on the material. I'm saying had on purpose, because something is being set in motion here, something that concerns a connection. And here it could also be that this quick phase is him quickly freeing himself from other entanglements, dependencies, becoming very aware of what connection and relationship mean. In any case, he realizes that this is all just a little happiness, not the perfection, not the completion. Something is definitely occupying him as a movement within. And the movement isn't just from the blood circulation, because a lot of feelings are also being shown here. So now we also have the scythe here, because there's a burden, and this burden relates to the past in the connection. So this dependency, something is weighing on him. It has to do with a dependency. It's definitely about something happening quickly. Something happened quickly here. Whatever. He or she has hurt. Maybe he has hurt you too. That could also be good. But it's definitely like lightning has struck. So this pain, and suddenly he or she feels a pain, and that occupies their mind. And he knows that somehow something will be set in motion here. I have activity here. And this movement that is being shown here, something is hitting here massively. So let's take a look then. What we have at your core. Yes, addiction, dependency, okay. So I'm very cautious with such statements, but what is definitely being shown right now? So these are just examples. So as it's being shown to me here, but collectively, and it could also be something else. So, please transform it.
Nothing here, not a single card reading is set in stone. With your loved one, I still have very current, very strong, some in alcohol, but I really have that here too. So that's like something is gone. Drinking, and I really have here, he consumes what, that could also be, I don't know, kilos of chocolate or kilos of fries or whatever. But I have him, well, in this reading right now, I just have him, yes, alcohol, love. Could also be Mongery, okay? Or brandy-filled chocolates or something like that. There's alcohol in it too. Huh? But definitely, I have a very, very big issue with your counterpart. And yes, definitely. A lot is on his mind. And as for the connection, the relationship with you, you are still present for him. I mean, some of you have already seen it yourselves, right? We still have this that you are present. And even if there was a quick, the section here has given with you regarding the relationship. We regretted that at first. So it doesn't matter, as I said, whether you were in a relationship, if you were in a getting to know each other phase. I have here with him or her what he has done in his current situation and also what has happened regarding you in this connection, what he or she has done. He regrets it, and I'm sure of that. There we have the roles. He keeps relapsing. Relapsing? In that area, yes, he has repeatedly fallen back into old behavior patterns from his past. This relapsing, and with him, it's his situation that is really eating away at him. It really is. There is really something there, and I can honestly say it was definitely needed. So the mouse doesn't know which thread to follow, so it's very, very certain that this was needed. He hurt you, and he knows it. He definitely made the wrong decision, and he knows that. And if he or she has now chosen someone else during this time, a break between you, I'm deliberately saying break here. Or no, I can't do that. Or no, I don't want a relationship. No, I just want F plus. No, I just want friendship, something in that area, no matter what it was about. That's a lie. That's just a pure excuse. And then the withdrawal. Basically, he knows, wow, you, until his perfect match, he didn't know that at the time because he didn't even have access to feeling something like that at that time. There was something there, but he didn't want to see it. Wrong actions, wrong thoughts, wrong deeds. And he was partly like a puppet on strings. He keeps dealing with the public, meaning his surroundings, over and over again. Even if he is still in a relationship, that's actually completely it already, doomed to fail. Because what occupies your heart person the most is you. Yes, he keeps pushing you away. Or if you say, you might be thinking, yeah, wait a minute, I wrote to him and he isn't responding at all. Yes. He doesn't respond because he doesn't really know what to say to you, because I don't really have him here right now. Articulate, actually lying. There he is more like, I've closed him off. Just don't give anything away. Just don't say too much. And above all, don't do something quickly. But he feels this attraction. He has an incredible magnetic pull. What he hasn't felt the whole time, could it really be that maybe a few years, months, hasn't been, is where nothing was felt? We think everything fits, super great. And then a lot of events happened, because the events that really hurt him, they came often. I experienced them repeatedly. It was almost like a constant loop. And there have always been real blows, because I've left him completely in this whole area of disappointment. And then it's also like this, he doesn't really know how to convey all of this to you. How he should actually convey all of this to you. What happened here? What a mess he actually made. Because, I mean, he wasn't honest with you either. He withheld a lot from you. So It is so. He either left it out or only said half or only part of it. So instead of, he said he somehow bought 7 apples, but there were only 3, something like that. That's how I always feel like there's something else going on, just a bit. So I have half-truths here. He feels now he or she feels that your determination for a relationship, maybe you even started again after that, right? Hey, come on, let's talk, okay? And then he or she feels that you have been determined, and he feels like he actually missed the chance. He missed the chance, maybe because he didn't respond to you, because he pushed you away. He has always stayed true to his opinion. No, man, that's it, then it's over. But the drip is far from being sucked dry. Absolutely not. Because he's dealing with it now. And, you know, from his perspective, I can only tell you his point of view. His perspective is also that I have you here in this conversation. You wanted a clarifying conversation. It doesn't matter if he just went like a submarine into a dive station. Just there. Has disappeared into oblivion, into the Bermuda Triangle, whatever, or didn't want to say anything. You wanted the conversation. And for him, it's this pressure, this conversation. He always wanted to avoid it. Always, always. Constant. Always prefer to withdraw. Say nothing. That was stress for him, pure stress. Because he already knew that. What I actually said was complete nonsense. That was completely crap. Maybe some of them have heard others too. Or like this, what should I do? What should I do? So, not having any backbone, that's how I have him here. So on the outside here, everything's fine. I've got everything under control, something like that. But in reality, I found him very, very, very vulnerable, very sensitive. And I sometimes offended him pretty quickly. Or this, where some people can be so resentful. I don't have it in the dominance, no. But it's like this, better to run away and not talk about it. Because he always didn't want this conversation. Now, in hindsight, he tells himself, well, I should have done it. I should have had that conversation. Because you occupy his mind. And it could also be that you ended the whole thing. And he says, this is all getting too stupid for me now, kid. I don't want to anymore. And no matter how or what, he really often thinks about you. Very intense, especially because he feels the closeness with you. He feels that closeness as if you're wrapping him up warmly. So that's how I have it laid out here. And sometimes he gets startled because it's like this. He doesn't know it. He doesn't know it. And above all, I have the heart connection very strongly laid out. And there I also see the change within him. He's thinking about it. And a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions come up. Above all, I have the longing. The longing is very pronounced in me. Lie. And he actually knows that out there. The material things, no matter what it's about. The public eye, being seen, where he always thought, hey, that makes him happy. Doesn't make him happy. Because basically he or she wants you. And so it's like, okay, how do we start again here? And so he wants you, but here we are. Whether he or she will enter into a relationship with you again. He is afraid of rejection. He is definitely afraid. But he will try it because I have this spontaneous. So we have here, what about these, significant experiences have happened that he didn't want to see all this time. They came, it happened quickly, and that really made a bang. With him, not just once, I've had it here several times. Because he kept saying, oh, well, come on, it'll be fine, didn't want to look, right? The good has always been seen like that, well, I'll just do it. Because as I said, I always have him like that. Sometimes a little bit naive, also laid back but lovable. So it's not that I'm calling him stupid here, for heaven's sake, right? No, wait, right. But that always has to do with his past. That he just does what others say, right? And by the way, this is not an isolated case. I encounter this very, very often, What I also keep encountering in personal lives, and then again and again, and then it was quick again. Bam! Just like that. You get hit with a broadside and then another one, and then it doubles up. So it hit like a lightning strike at times. And it happened quickly, really quickly. And then there was this really quick moment when it happened. Suddenly you came in, not as a scapegoat, no. Then there was this, you would have this warmth. He felt like he was being lifted up, what he didn't want to see back then, didn't see, and didn't want to look at. And he misses that now. He's becoming aware of that now. I have that with him on a conscious level. And it always happens really quickly. So it creeps in slowly, the feelings towards you, or that he misses you, that he has this longing, but bam, here I am. So the emotion, the feeling, I feel him very strongly in my emotions. And like I said, he's also afraid of getting rejected. But he knows with you, you are the perfect counterpart for him. And he knows that love is what makes him happy. Not the one where he always focused mainly on the material, the outside. No matter what situation he's in right now, he knows you're the right one for him. And the relationship between the two of you, I have that here. But you have the decision. He is sure. Of course, he's a bit scared about whether you still want it, whether you would enter into it. But I'm sure about the relationship. So I have him here laid out in a way that he doesn't think about it anymore. So I really have it here for him, his perspective, 100%. But where he doesn't really know, oh, what's coming next? Do you even want this? Because I see you coming, the one who holds the decision. You have the choice. You have the choice. Do you want him back? Because he will show himself to you, and he will show you that he wants the relationship with you. You decide. I have completely left the decision up to you. It might also be that you're taking a bit of time because you're observing. I've been observing you lying there because I don't see you like that right now. This trust that needs to be rebuilt first, that's where I have this trust issue. And that you're also taking your time. It could also be that you're making him wait a bit. But you'll notice he will really put in the effort. He won't give up. And even if you say at the beginning, just wait for now. Let's wait for now. Let's just see for now. He might be offended, a little sulky. Well, my dear, no, don't. Well, let him fidget, let him squirm, let him play around in his little kid's room. Really, because he'll calm down again. It's just this, he doesn't want to hear it. That's the ego coming through. He doesn't want to hear it, but he wants you. And he'll come back. I wouldn't provoke it right now. To take it to the extreme, but you decide completely freely for yourself, because the choice of whether you still want the relationship or not, that's up to you. As I said, I completely leave the decision up to you. You have the choice. He wants to, and he definitely wants you. He wants you. That's absolutely certain. Because he's really focused on you. And your counterpart is definitely focused on you. And you are a very, very important point for him, because you also bring solutions ready. You have given warmth. You have given this affection, this sensuality, everything. And now he realizes, as I said, what he didn't want to see, that you actually always made him happy, that those were happy moments. Even if it was just a WhatsApp message, what he just wanted to look at superficially, he tried, yes. But now it's really hit him like an avalanche. The whole thing, and the burden is completely on him as well. And he's really worried about it. And he also knows that he has caused you sorrow. He definitely knows that. Absolutely. And it's really wearing him down. And he knows that now action is needed. So we have so much need for action here, so much activity here. What we saw at the beginning, because here are short sections, here again, action is needed. And he wants to, because he or she doesn't want to stay just themselves in small happiness anymore. Not just giving you the little happiness, but the big happiness. And with some of them, I really see it. So we've come this far that it could really lead to a wedding. Because I have the stability here, the solid foundation, the stability, because that's where he now knows what he wants. And he wants that with you. And yes, as I said, it's a tormenting feeling for him what he did. Something he didn't want to see. He wanted to. You can see these little quirks coming through. Yes, he is uncertain, partly a bit shy, and that is why there were some reactions from him or her. And yes, as far as the relationship is concerned, there's really some movement coming in here, or that something here. It's clear, I mean, he's kind of beating around the bush a bit. As I said, he's kind of feeling things out and going back and forth. And then it can be a fixed day. So I have Friday here. It could be a Friday. Friday could be the day when it really hits him. I want her, I'm trying everything here. But it could also be a Friday when he reveals to you that he wants to enter into a committed partnership with you, or even proposes to you right away. Anything is possible. Here, really anything is possible because he wants you completely or not at all. So this complete, he will do everything to get you completely. It could even be the case for some that he might be a bit clingy here. Because with you, I feel like it's getting a bit too close for comfort. And you say, okay, I'm just going to wait a bit, please. That you're getting into that part now, even if you can't imagine it yet. That you say, phew, I'd rather take it a bit slow here. Slow motion. But as I said, I definitely sense that he wants to enter into a relationship with you. And yes, as I said, we have Friday here quite prominently, indicating that something is happening there. He's definitely thinking about it. That's what I currently see with him. And yes, in terms of the timing, that's a bit tricky. So I'll put it this way. Something is definitely happening here. I'll put it this way regarding a committed partnership, roughly 3 to 4. I would almost say it's more like a 5, but roughly 3 to 4. But it's like this. That can be approximately weeks to a month. We have movement very quickly. It's quite abrupt. And once the contact is back, things will move quickly. So first of all, until he really gets that bam, yeah, and now he won't let go. And it can really be quite strong that he reaches out to you and doesn't let go. And from the whole combination, I'll say if we take about 5 here, 5 months, we have these quick actions that halve the whole thing. So I would maybe say 2.5, okay, at 500 times over 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 months, and that real movement comes in. And when the movement is there, then roughly about 14 days. That then really gets to this, yeah. So now that it really goes into stability, into this official, into this public as well. Well, okay. My dear ones, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching, and I wish you a wonderfully beautiful rest of the day. Goodbye.